welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if I've landed here for the very first time. Alright, so today we'll be reacting to what commuting in Philippines capital Manila is like. Basically what it's like to travel in the Philippines virtually. We have seen volcano, malls, island, beaches, universities, and what else have we seen now? We have seen quite a few things, but what we haven't seen yet is how it is like commuting in Philippines. So I just found this video. It is posted by Life Where I Am From. Thank you so much for uploading this. And it's been uploaded 2019, April 10. It has good amount of views. Hopefully we will enjoy. But before that, I hope you have subscribed to my channel and click the notification bell which is right next to it so don't miss out any further updates. You can also follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All the links will be in the description box. And if you want to shout out or you want to unleash some different and various type of benefits, you gotta either become my patron or member of my YouTube channel. And the links will be again in the description box, so you can go down there, check it out for yourself, what suits you the most, and if you can support me, it will be great. I really need your support, that's why. Okay, let's just get it started. Yeah, basically I have no idea what it's going to be like, but I'm really thankful for such videos that we actually get to my light fell. We don't really need it. I'm just going to turn it off. We don't need it. Leave it. It's okay. I'm really thankful for such videos, you know. They just like help you so much to understand everything virtually. And I have always thanked these people who make these videos, and I just want to keep doing that because I love it. Play. Okay, I prefer this, like the natural sound rather than, you know, the Manila commute. It's from a car. I had to say it.
World. Today we find ourselves in the capital city of the Philippines, Manila, which is infamous for its traffic.
Oh. Wow.
But isn't that true with many major
cities?
Oh,
it's so pretty. Don't use background music, please. It really puts me in trouble so much.
And those
oh God.
In LA, you know what's up. However,
okay.
In both those cities,
try my best to remove it
Manila commute.
in every way possible. I was gonna say I really prefer this kind of atmosphere where there is natural music. Natural volume, not music. Traffic enforcers. In the middle, the umbrella.
So there's no traffic light.
It happens. We have traffic lights, but not everyone follows a lot of times. So it is very similar to this. Sad, but true.
Hi, my name is Emiko.
And
Hello.
she was nice enough to let me join her on her daily commute. But before I could even get to her, I had to do a bit of commuting on my own. I used Grab, Philippines Uber, which is a privilege
Philippines Uber
don't get. And truth be told, traveling as a single passenger in a car doesn't help traffic congestion one bit. But
that's side rickshaw, right?
And I was thinking only about myself. Both that I needed to get to my meeting point in time, which I totally didn't, and I needed to get there safely, which with my camera gear, many local Filipinos told me not to do on my own out in the open. So for this portion of the trip, Grab was. Total cost 263p, or $5 US, which is almost exactly half the daily minimum wage in Metro Manila.
Oh, okay. Wait, isn't it better like if you take a metro card or something? Because if you want to travel every day, that's like something easier. People who usually travel with such things, they do that. They have a hard job.
8.4 kilometers, and 2 hours later,
Oh, here we go with the music again. Every time he speaks.
Now commute can officially start. And yeah, I could have walked that distance quicker and jogged it
Okay.
in less than half the time.
I finished
Sometimes
work
it's
5
better.
in the afternoon. So I walk from here to the Mega Mall, 15 to 20 minutes of walk.
I think it's in a way pretty nice. You know, this is life before pandemic. How nice this looks. Ah. I think I saw that's the whole reason like people in Japan don't really gain weight because they walk a lot and that's what they eat as well. Exactly, look at that.
Yeah. Lots.
I've heard that
Usually,
about, yeah.
I try to catch the van here.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's either two of those things. You catch the van while it's running,
Yeah.
and you line up in Mega Mall, but you wait for too long.
Yeah, it's
The
it's
van
similar
she's
here.
talking about is this UV Express.
I can
UV
understand.
meaning utility van, and some people choose to randomly wait along this road, hoping a van
Okay.
stops in front of them. But whether or not they can quickly hitch a ride, there is no guarantee.
Yeah. You have to zombies. What? It is pretty similar here, I would say
Himiko
that.
calls these people
Yeah.
commuting zombies, perhaps for the way they slavishly chase after the van,
Ah.
or simply for the exhausted look on their
Yeah.
faces.
They
But come on,
we
there's nothing
usually
maneuver like
chase
this lady in the black miniskirt.
everything. It happens. It happens. So the music is only appearing when
Snuck
he's
right in like a
speaking.
pro.
So if I get like partial blocked or something,
If you
I
want
don't
to
know the
what
music.
disappointment looks like, this is it, people.
This is the face. Both of them will be removed at the same time. I'm sorry. Bye bye.
Mega Mall instead.
Okay.
It is quite similar for us because if we are crossing the road,
Brad, run.
it's us who has to take care of it, not the person who's traveling. No matter what,
Yeah.
they'll run over
And
you.
in the
You don't know.
middle of traffic, I noticed
We have to
people
take care.
scrambling, so I pressed record and followed along.
Okay, which is very similar what I'm seeing right here. It was completely different when I went to Dubai. It was so different. In Dubai, no matter what speed they are on, if they see you are standing to cross, no matter where, they'll stop right there. Here they'll run over you. You stop if you want to live. Oh, this is so similar to India though. It's so similar to India.
You see that every day.
Yeah, we see that every day. Yeah, even us, we have to like, no, stop. We gotta cross SM Mega Mall. Someone told me when EXO went there, they thought SM is
It's
SM,
actually
SM
on the other
Entertainment.
side of the mall, so we go through another security checkpoint.
Oh.
The magic stick confirms I'm not a threat, and off we go.
Magic stick?
We're now
Wow.
going home to Antipolo. We're trying to catch the UV Express.
UV Express.
Outside next.
Jollibee! I see Jollibee.
Maybe you can now start filming from here.
Okay.
He was filming the whole time.
Along the line. So on this side.
But I've seen so like this kind of things waiting. Oh my god, in Mumbai the last time I went for bus, we actually have to like stand in a row, which is better because then you are not pushing and pulling, you're not stamping over the person. I prefer that.
Or more, just to ride.
Oh my god, isn't it better to like ride your own thing on your own vehicle? I think that just gets easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the view I see every day. It's really so similar actually. I think the place where I live it's much lesser, but if you go to Mumbai,
So lucky today, Greg.
you will see this.
You get the first one to ride the UV.
Whoa! So you get the first seat. You can actually get a better seat than other people.
Now that we're in the UV, it's relatively smooth, if not cramped, sailing. So for
Yeah.
an hour or so, Emiko can do what she likes on her smartphone.
During my commute, I used to watch I'm always
series.
watching videos. That's the
Yeah,
first one.
something like that.
And I always catch up with my friends using the messenger, texting.
A jeepney, like over here, would have been cheaper, but this
Okay.
UV Express has air conditioning and sealed windows, which allows for a more bearable commute home.
Okay. But if there are a lot of people, isn't it better to have like
Now we find ourselves
not
in
confined
Antipolo, which
space?
means we're in the provinces, outside of Metro Manila. You can see on the road how the vehicles are increasingly becoming trikes, which is exactly what we'll have to take for the last portion of our trip.
Okay.
Where we go?
50. I swear, this is so similar. I think if any Filipino is gonna come to India, they're gonna find it things very working smooth for them because it's very similar here.
Before we can catch the
I
trike,
think the
though,
same thing
grab some
goes
takeout
if I go
fish and chicken
there.
for dinner.
It is very similar, very similar.
By the way, Greg, this is the
Antipolo
Cathedral.
And because we're
Cathedral.
at Antipolo Cathedral, officially the national shrine of Our Lady of Peace and Good Voyage, we make a brief pit
Ooh.
stop.
Can I virtually do this? We
But alas,
usually do this
we have to be getting
when
home.
we see
The driver was waiting
a
for
deity
two
or
more
something.
passengers, which happened to be us.
Ah.
You go inside.
Oh, he sat. That was sweet of her.
This trike holds 4 passengers, and the distance will be 2.4 kilometers, or 1.5 miles.
Okay. I like that he chose a very public transport. This video is pretty long, so I really hope he covers most of them. And if he can't, I'm okay. I'm really thankful. It's actually very similar. Seriously, if you have ever watched Commuting in India or somewhere like that, it is so similar. A lot of aspects actually are so similar.
Even though this is a residential area, it's loud at night from the trikes that dominate the mountainous roads. However, on downward slopes, you can steal some respite. And before you know it, we're at another security checkpoint, which we easily breeze through.
That is really nice. They have like a
And then another
lot
one,
of security
because, well,
points, which
I don't
we
really
don't.
know why.
It's good actually. I think it's good. Nothing wrong about
And
it.
at last, we find ourselves at home.
Oh, finally. It was a long ride.
I usually get to my place 8:30 to 9.
And when do we do?
Dinner, 10 o'clock. 10, 9:30, 10.
Oh my
Sometimes
God,
I eat,
that's-
while lining up for the leave.
So what time do you actually get to bed?
11.
So you go to bed at 11, you wake up at 3.
Yup. That's every day for almost 3 years now.
So that
Oh
I
my
could
God.
briefly emulate Emiko's life, she arranged an Airbnb for me so that the next morning
Oh.
I could join her morning commute.
That is the sweetest thing. What mess is so beautiful.
My mess there wasn't like that to start off with. Just want to show you the place. So this is the bath, well, toilet, and
Wow.
showers up there.
That is really sweet of her. I'm sorry, I'm continuously saying this, but like, wow.
And this is what it looks like. Sorry, I'm in a rush. I have to go.
That's
where I stay.
fine.
Before we get to the
Oh,
second
so
half of the trip,
pretty.
let me talk to you about safety. While traveling
Okay.
in the Philippines, I was always on the go, but still needed to log in to all my accounts. Because I don't reuse my passwords for different logins, that's not safe. This means I have a ton
Okay.
of unique passwords. That's why I have a password
It's-
manager like Dashlane,
Ah.
which remembers and keeps them safe.
I was like, okay,
And my
sponsored,
XL has
fine.
finger-
He really woke up that early for.
Catch the first tricycle before 4 a.m.
Oh my god. Waiting for my ride. Philippines never sleeps, right? I mean, if you have to travel this
The night
early
before,
to
Nico had arranged for the
reach.
driver to pick me up at 4 a.m. But as she had warned, being on time is not a guarantee. So even though some other
Okay.
drivers tried to offer rides, my driver didn't show up until 15 minutes later, at which point she had already booked another ride.
Yeah. He just left, like 1 minute before he came here. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you can book this as well with like the apps, Ola or
Filipinos are always
we have different. We have a different thing for that. I'd say Ola cabs are different. Ola rickshaws are different. Same with Uber. But if they're like the ones normally on the road, you just have to like call them. You know, ask for a lift. Transfer point. Jeepney time.
For the last leg of the trip, we're riding in the venerable jeepney.
Okay.
What we're doing now is waiting until the jeepney is full before we depart.
Yes. I have said this before, we call this type of rides chagadas. Okay, we also have the same thing and it
Along the
doesn't
journey, you'll hear the
go
word
until it's
"triangle,"
full.
which means no payment. Since there's usually many people between you and the barker, the fare collector, it's up to the passengers to pass the money around.
It doesn't leave until
Okay. There's so many people traveling literally so early in the morning. Is this easier, Mary's? Like, is this easier or it's easier to have your own ride?
Okay. 4:33. What time?
I think we'll arrive 45 minutes later.
Oh my
The
god.
whistling
Is
sound
everything really far?
the jeepney's air brakes.
Ah, brakes. Oh, brakes. Okay, sorry. I thought they'd stop
Along
at so
the
many
way,
points.
Passengers can be dropped off and picked up at any point alongside the road, which, while convenient, doesn't help traffic safety or congestion.
It's similar here. Very similar. Not similar, I would say it's same. Seriously. I can't speak of everywhere in India,
We're now
but
at peak
the places where I have
11
been,
on each bench,
and I
two in
am.
front, 2 standing in and out of the rear, plus the driver up front and the barker in the back, for a grand total of 28 souls aboard.
Ooh. Okay.
On the weekends, I just sleep. I just sleep, watch
Aw.
videos, read a book, and sleep. Sometimes I
Oh.
meet with my friends, but recently I haven't met my friends because I was always tired. It's really not.
You have no
efficient.
energy left to do
A lot of times
anything because of the
and then,
traveling.
People's lives are getting messed up because it really gets a lot of negative impact in our lives.
It must be. I can't even think how hard it must be because I have personally never traveled my like for anything from like public transport. I always had. She comes the first. She comes the earliest.
It's already 5:22 in the morning.
Oh my
Normally,
God.
I arrive in the office 5 o'clock to 5:30. We start working at 7 o'clock in the morning. But
What do you do by that
here in
time?
my team, we can also start working as early as when we get here.
Possible.
Because we
Then you get to go
normally
early.
do things like prepare papers, we do reports, so that later in the afternoon we'll have to do nothing else.
Oh, okay.
We are already relaxed.
Asthma. Do you have asthma too, or did you sound like?
Ah, yeah.
I can hear it. So
Oh my God.
yeah, it sounds like you're wheezing. Must be from the trap, like
From the commute, from
every
the
single day.
pollution.
Yeah.
I'd feel like every
I
day.
actually didn't notice yet.
Oh no,
Oh, breakfast. And then you have to eat everything out because you have no time. You're not even home.
yeah.
Grab. That's a cab.
Okay, sorry, my hand's wet.
Okay, it's okay. Thank you so
Thank
much. Take
Thank
care.
you so
Share
much.
the location if anything happens.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
That
Bye-bye.
woman was like the sweetest person I've seen. Oh my god, she works so hard. And literally all of you does that. Oh my god. Thankfully, I personally never had to travel like this unless I'm like traveling somewhere else.
Asked Emiko what the cost would be like if she took a Grab to and from work. She said it would be
Expensive.
600 to 700p in the morning and up to 1000p at night. The ride alone in the morning would be more than a minimum wage earner makes in a day. So
Oh.
while riding in a Grab was affordable to me, it's not at all a good solution for those commuting in Metro Manila, both
True.
price-wise and congestion-wise. There's so much I left out of the video that I just might make a second video about
Please do
Manila's
it.
traffic problems.
That was good
What
enough.
do you think?
But I want something
As
else
always,
too.
Thanks to all my patrons on Patreon for supporting
I have
projects
Patreon
like
too.
this.
Please support
I
me.
have so much footage from the Philippines, like 17 hours. So there will
Wow.
probably be 2 or 3 more vids coming out soonish.
Thank
And the biggest
you.
thanks goes to Emiko for showing me what her commute was
Yes.
like. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Bye. Once this pandemic gets like less, I'll surely make a video for that if you wanted, because it's so similar. And as I said before, thankfully I have never been a person who has to travel by the means of, you know, wait just a minute, because it starts and stops by itself. Yeah, so I personally never had to travel like that, but I had friends who used to travel by buses because they live quite far. Everything, like my school was very near to where I am. In the very beginning, we used to stay in the old city. My mom used to drive me. We always had a vehicle, so she used to drive me. I used to take a lot of time, but she used to drive me, and I know that. Then we shifted to the new part, and then my school was very close. Never had that problem. Since seventh or since I transferred myself into like from primary school to like the high school. After that I started cycling, so I used to commute by cycling, and it's like half an hour ride from where I live, not that close, but I used to cycle that much, and I cycle and come back. So that was my commute till I got the license when I was 16. 16 is the age where we get our like two-wheeler license. So I gave the test, I passed the test, and so in 11th and 12th, when I transferred to high secondary school, I drove myself and came back whenever I wanted. So it was all my like driving thing. Same with my bachelor's and master's, and it was so close actually, thankfully. Also I studied pretty well, so I didn't have to go like very far to just go into a university or something, like that. I got a good place in the university that was very near to me, and it wasn't that expensive because it was government. A lot of things worked out in a good way, so I'm thankful for that. But then there I used to probably go with my car, because then I got my car license after 18. And yeah, it depends. So I have never personally traveled like this except when I go like outside. In Dubai we traveled a lot, because of course we used to live in Sharjah. We were in Fujairah in the beginning, and we had to travel to Dubai, so it was like long, and cabs are very expensive. Dubai is very expensive. And so so there was someone who we knew, and they were so sweet enough to let us live in their house, in their home. So we lived there, and that was in Sharjah. So Fujairah, Sharjah is in between, and then there's Dubai. So it took us like 2 hours of Fujairah and 1 hour from Sharjah. So anyway, we still had to do it. And we used to take metro, we used to take buses, we used to like run, and like, because we have to go and like, see everything, right? So it was a lot of hassle, and we actually lost quite a lot of weight because everything was expensive. So you can't eat out. You gotta come back home and eat the things that we have packed, the snacks we packed. You don't eat that, it's so expensive. The water is so expensive there, right? So everything was so damn expensive. So we would like because since we were there as a tourist, right, it's not important to like eat and everything. It's more important like to see everything, because when else are we going to go to Dubai again? So that's what that was our main aim. Even I think that's how my parents are, and that's how I am as well. So if I go to Philippines ever, I don't think I'm gonna like try to book myself a really lavish place, because I'm not going to stay there. I'm gonna go out and explore stuff. So it's fine if like a small room, because I just need to like, you know, come back home, take a bath, or just take a bath before I go and just sleep. I would just need a place like that. But commuting there was difficult, and commuting in other places, if I go out of India, must be difficult. I have gone to Mumbai quite a lot of times, and either you travel by metro, but metro is expensive. You travel by local trains, because that's like the I saw the trains in between, but I think that that part must be skipped because it was the sponsored part, and I was probably doing stuff that I don't want you to be seen. I don't want you to see it. So those local trains are really, really big hassle, because people who live there have to like get up really early to go in the local train. And no matter what time you go, literally local trains are full, and it's difficult. Mumbai is very difficult. That's why I don't think I can ever live in Mumbai, because I have lived a very, you know, not slow life, but I haven't lived that fast life, and I don't think I want to adjust on such things. But yeah, in Mumbai it's quite difficult, and it's very similar to what I see, and I really feel bad about people who actually go through all of those things. I can empathize, but wow, you guys are doing God's work. Seriously, all the support and everything to you guys. I hope you guys get what you deserve, and get what you desire as well. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, berries. Love you.